Hello everyone and welcome to SimpliCode's YouTube channel. Kaushal this side and I hope you guys are doing well. Today we are going to discuss another interaction in jQuery. So far we have come across two different types of interactions in jQuery UI. Now we'll discuss another type of interaction, the resizable interaction. And we'll see how we can use this interaction to make our web page more engaging to the user. So before we begin, make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel and press that bell icon to never miss any updates on programming videos. So without any further delay, let's get started. Now that we have a good idea of what interactions are and how we can use them to make a more interactive web page, we can simply go through this new interaction in jQuery UI without a problem. If you haven't watched the last two parts wherein we discussed the draggable and sortable interactions, I'll suggest you to go through them and it will be easy for you guys to get this topic. The resizable interaction in jQuery enables any DOM element to be resizable. With the help of the cursor, we can grab the right or bottom border of any DOM element and drag it to the desired width and height. So let's go through this interaction quickly from the official website and then we'll see what we can do with this particular interaction to make our web page more interactive. So here we are on the official website of jQuery. Here's the resizable interaction. Click on it and it will take us to a new page. You can see we have a box over here which says resizable. What we can do here is we can grab the box either from the bottom or from the right side, and you can see we are able to change the height and width of this particular box. We have the option for certain customizations that we'll be going through after some time. So I hope you guys must have got an idea by now about this resizable interaction. Let's use it in our program. Here we are in the VS Code. The first thing we'll be doing is we'll be adding an HTML element over here. Let's use an image for now to get an idea of the syntax. So we'll add an image to a web page. For that, we'll write here inside the body tag. We'll use the div tag first. So we'll write here div. Now inside this we'll write img. Source is going to be images. This is a folder in my computer. So right here we'll write j1.png. Then we have ID. So let's say the ID for this image is img1. And then we have to set the alternate as well. So let's say we are writing here JavaScript. Close this img tag, save the program, and you can see we have the image over here which is quite large in size. So let's style this image as well. We'll change the height and width of this particular image. For that, we'll write here inside the head tag. We'll use the style tag. So inside this we have the ID as img1 for this particular image. So we'll use it here. Then we'll define the height of this image. So let's say the height of this image is going to be 250 pixels. Fine. We'll also change the width of this image. So for that we'll write here width. Let's say the width is going to be 250 pixels again. Now we'll write here border. So let's say the border is going to be 1 pixel, solid and black in color. Fine. That's it. We are done with this image. Save the program and you can see we have an image over here which is of 250 pixels in size. The next task we have to do is to make this image resizable. For that we have to use the resizable interaction only. So we'll move to a JavaScript file. This is a JavaScript file. Now inside here what we'll do is we'll try to access this particular image using the ID attribute. For that we'll write here $. Then inside double inverted commas we'll write the ID. So we have to write here hash img1. Then we have to write the interaction name only. So we'll write here resizable and then we'll use parentheses because this is a method, and I hope you guys are aware of all these things by now. Save the program and get ready to see what this resizable interaction can do with our DOM element. Save it. Here if you can see we have something present in the bottom of this image. We have an icon over here. This is an indication for the user that this particular image or element is resizable. We can't resize the element from the left side or from the top because the interaction is already programmed in that way. We can grab the element from the right side. If we try to grab it from here and if we try to resize it, you can see we are able to resize this image. Similar thing goes with the bottom part as well. We can resize this image from here as well. Now talking about the options we have in this interaction, we can use animations with this image to make it look more engaging to the user. So for that we have to write here inside this resizable interaction. we have to use curly braces for properties, and then we'll write animate. We'll set this property to true. Fine. Save the program, and now you can see that the animation is taking place on resizing this image. If we try to resize this image, you can see the animation over here. It is working totally fine. Other properties include the containment option. We can limit the area of expansion of this image. We can restrict it to the parent element or to the document as well. We have discussed this property in the previous two interactions as well. So this property remains the same. We'll write here containment, and we'll write here, let's say, parent. Fine. Now save the program. Before that, we'll comment this animate property. Save it now. And here you can see we are able to resize this image, but up to a particular extent. We are not able to resize it outside of the div tag. We can resize it from here as well. And you can see the div tag has its own area. We can't resize this image more than this. And we can also limit the maximum and minimum height of this image. For that, we have to write here max height. So let's say the max height is going to be 400 pixels. Then we'll write here max width. The max width is going to be 400 pixels again. We have to write here min height and min width as well. So let's say the min height is going to be 150 pixels and the min width is going to be the same. So we'll write here min width, and then we'll write here 150. Fine. Save the program, and you can see we can now resize the image up to a specific height and width only. If we try to increase the width, you can see we are able to increase the width up to 500 pixels only, and we are not able to increase the height because of this containment property. We'll comment this as well. Save the program, and now we'll be able to resize this image. You can see on resizing it from the bottom, we are able to resize it up to 400 pixels only. Same goes with the width as well. Now if we try to reduce the size of this image, you can see the minimum size is 150 pixels. So this is where the image stops. Same thing goes from the bottom end as well. Now this is the minimum size of this particular image according to these properties. The minimum height and the minimum width is 150 pixels. We can also use the ghost property. Instead of showing the actual image during the resizing, we can set the ghost option to true to show a semi-transparent part of the element. So let's do it here. What we'll do is we'll write here after this min width, we'll write ghost, and we'll set this property to true. Save the program, and now on resizing the image, you can see if we increase the size of this image, we have a semi-transparent image which helps us in resizing this image up to an extent. Same thing goes with the reduction of size as well. The last property we have is the aspect ratio of the image. We can either give a preserved aspect ratio, or we can also give the Boolean value. Both the values for this option will work totally fine. For example, if we write here after this ghost property, aspect ratio, and if we set this property to true, so before saving this, we'll comment this ghost property out, save the program, and now if we try to resize the image, you can see the size of the whole image resizing in a proper manner. What else we can do here is, instead of setting this property to true, we can also write here aspect ratio as 16:9. Now this is the preserved aspect ratio. Save the program, and you can see the image resizing in a different manner now. You can see the aspect ratio of the whole image is changed. So these are the properties we have in this interaction that can help us make a more interactive or engaging website. I hope you guys got this. You can also go through the API documentation present on the official website of jQuery UI and let us know if we missed out on anything. That's all for this video, guys. See you in the next one, where we'll go through theme customizations in jQuery UI. If you liked this video, then do give it a thumbs up. If you have any doubts, do let us know in the comments below. Share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe SimpliCode. Thank you.